I want to fussy cut this cute little happy Halloween image. When you have a really adorable fabric with a lot of images all over that you would like to include in your quilt block, but you want to make sure they are centered and they are accurately cut, I'm going to show you how to use your Frixon or your erasable marker or a pencil, your cutter, and your 6.5-inch ruler to accomplish that task. As you can see from this fabric, we have all sorts of really cute Halloween images on here, and I want to fussy cut this cute little happy Halloween image. I want it to be 3.5 inches square, but I don't have a 3.5-inch ruler. All I have is the 6.5-inch. So how do I center this little guy on the fabric to make sure that I have an exact 3.5-inch square and this is in the middle? The first thing we're going to do is we need to find the middle of this image. Now, we're going to use our ruler. We want to measure the image from the tallest point down to the bottom. As we look at this, it's just a little under 3 inches. So we're going to call it 3 inches. Then we're going to measure the widest portion, which looks like it's from the tail, or no, the hat, it looks like, to the moon. And that's 2 inches. So we have got a 3-inch by 2-inch area that we want to be centered. So the first thing we'll do, you can either use your pencil or you can use an erasable fabric marker. Actually, one that's disappearing will work because you're going to cut it right away, and if it disappears right away, it's not an issue. This is a Frixon that when you use heat on it, it goes away, but we're just going to make a little dot. So a pencil will work as well. We know this is 3 inches. What's half of 3? Half of 3 is 1.5, so we're going to take and measure 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to use my pencil to kind of hold my place there. So there's my 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to go this direction, and remember then I'm going to go this direction, and remember we've got 2 inches there, so we want to find that 1-inch spot, which is right there. So as I go over there, I'm going to make a little dot right there. Now look there are dots on this fabric, so we want to make sure we remember it's this bigger one right here. That is the center of our Happy Halloween kitty. Now on my ruler, we know that a 3.5-inch square, we want to find the midpoint of that. We know that's 1 3/4. Now I just took a teeny tiny piece of painter's tape and put it there so you could see it. But that is our midpoint, 1 3/4 across, 1 3/4 down. So that midpoint is going to go right on top of that little dot that we made, and then we are going to cut a 3.5-inch square out of that. So if you look at 3.5 inch, now we're going to check it, make sure we're right. Above the sign, we've got just about 1/4 inch. And below the sign, we've got a little bit more than 1/4. So I'm just going to push it up just a teeny bit. Actually, from my perspective, I wasn't lined up exactly right. So here we are, we're lined up, our dot is lined up with our 1 3/4 inch marking. And we've got 3.5 here, so just a little over 1/4. Just a little over 1/4 here. Going across to 3.5, we have 3/4 inch, and we have 3/4 inch there. So now we can go ahead and make that cut. We're going to cut this right side and across the top first. And then we're going to flip it around. Now we know these two sides are accurate, so that center point should line up, but we are actually wanting to use those original measurements, and we know this is right, so we are just going to go across. And actually it does line up pretty close, so we're good. We're going to cut here, and we're going to cut here. And now we have a perfectly centered kitty on our 3.5-inch square using our larger ruler, and we know that when we put it into our quilt, it's going to fit in there just perfectly. I am always trying to be joyful, and this makes me super joyful when things line up like this for me, but I will always be merry.